Hello everybody, this is Thannus here, and today we are back in Metroid Prime. In the previous episode, I was wrong. We did not get everything in Phendrana Drifts. We actually have one last thing all the way back at Phendrana's Edge that I completely missed, and I am mad about it. So, we're going to head back there. I don't need to show you all the footage of me going back there. I'm just telling you we are. So I'll see you guys there in a bit. All right, now that we're back in these, now that we're back in Phendrana's Edge, we are actually going to want to take a look around with our X-ray visor after I get rid of these D-bags. I think they were the only two. Because there is, in fact, somewhere that we can access that I completely, totally forgot about. Over this way. I believe it is... Aha! Yeah, there's a door behind here that we can't see from outside, but if we use a power bomb, we can open it up and find our next artifact. And that is the Artifact of Spirit, the 11th of 12, and the 10th that we have collected. We only have 2 left. And there's a few scans in here as well. Drill rig operators that report any symptoms of Phazon madness immediately. Orpheon crash site is an orange level security zone. Final transmissions from the Orpheon point to a massive security breach. All personnel must inspect their life support systems before reporting to the mines. Alright, and with that, we are going to be heading back to the Phazon Mines. I am actually going to be taking the new elevator to the mines we got in Magmoor Caverns. So I will see you guys there. Alright, heading into here now. We have the elevator to Phazon Mines that we found earlier. So let's go ahead and head down. Now that we have the X-ray visor, the plasma beam, and the grapple, there's a lot we can do in the Phazon Mines now. Let's go ahead and open this door up. Ooh, that is not pleasant looking, but we can get across no problem with our grapple beam. Like so. When we head into this room here, there's another mega turret in there. We're going to want to make sure we don't die to that. Okay. This room is fun. I know this room. This one's ingrained in my head. Also, there's another enemy I'm seeing out of the corner of my eye there that I am able to scan here. That is a plasma trooper. We have the full quadfecta of the beam troopers now. Plasma troopers, akin to the name, are the plasma beam ones. And they are weak to plasma beams, obviously. Okay. Oh, he's down there. Got another plasma trooper up here as well. Get rid of him. And then we can also use Super Missile on that. Get out of the Phazon, because it is very deadly. We do not have the ability to withstand that right now. Power Trooper's still alive. Jesus. I don't know how he's still kicking. There is a red door down there, but going through it would be a mistake right now. So we're not gonna just yet. But that is where it wants us to go. But there's still a little bit more we can grab in the Phazon Mines before we do that. And in this room in particular as well. So if we go up this way, transform into Morph Ball mode, climb up this spider track. We can go up and across this way. Ice Beam gives us access to that room there. Ow. But there is something in this room, as you can probably tell by the item noise. So, let's transform into our Morph Ball form and go on up this way. Nothing over here just yet, anyway. We head over this way. There is a platform on the other side we can get to. Okay, let's go ahead and move across here. We were already up here a moment ago, but there's an item in here that we're going to want to get. So we head across this way. I believe... I could have swore there was an item in here. Hold on. Trying to remember where the hell it is. I could have swore it had to do with the X-ray visor. Okay, hear it over here. Ah, there we are. Power bomb this. And we can grab the missile expansion there. There we go. That's what we were looking for. We are still going to head back up, though. Oh, boy. Not the biggest fan of this room. Let's keep going back, though. Ah! Yeah, Phazon is very dangerous. Don't want to mess with it right now. Not my idea of a fun time. Okay, so I will see you guys once. Well, actually, we're gonna be right up there. I do not need to know. You've already told us. It's right there. I know. I'm aware. Thank you, game. Very cool. All right, let's go through this ice beam door here. Gives us access to this little number here. A little tunnel that we did have access to before from the other side of one of those rooms, but Bendezium blocked the way, so we couldn't get in here yet. However, there's still something else we can grab going back. So we're going to go back. That room there, I'm not too sure about yet. Got some shadow troopers. I believe where we want to go is we're gonna be brought up back this way. A few rooms go through here, but we don't need to worry about those. We're heading back to specifically the mine security station. That red door we couldn't open before is. So I'll see you guys when we get there. Alright, now that we're back here in this room, we can open this door up and head inside, and we have our last super missile expansion, the Flamethrower. It's the upgrade for the plasma beam. Alright. And now that we have the Flamethrower, we're actually going to go back into the main quarry because we got a little bit of a shortcut that we can go through. And that'll make getting back to where we need to go a lot easier. So I will see you guys back in the central dynamo. Alright, heading back through, this guy here, Yet another elite pirate has broken out of his prison cell in the middle of a very small, very cramped room. So I gotta kill him real quick because he is in the way. Thankfully, this one does not have a turret on him, so it's much easier to get rid of him. You also technically don't have to fight this one, but it is much easier to just roll with it. Oh, never mind. The doors do lock. You do have to fight him. Never mind. I was wrong. Anyways, we head through here now. Got some ice pirates in here again. We're not going to bother with them, actually. We're just going to head into this room here. And this is a new room for us. Scan this here. Cryo tank failure, biofilm life signs are at flatline. And then those are the mega turrets there. And we cannot disable them from our side. It's probably a little bit safer to just roll through like this. And then immediately go right into the line of fire and make ourselves vulnerable, apparently. Jesus Christ. Jesus. Oh my god. Disable the turrets. Good lord. Those boxes made things difficult for us. I am going to destroy these turrets now. Not because I need to, but because they will hopefully give me a little bit more energy after that fiasco. Okay, can't destroy those tanks. Not a big deal. Anyways, that was horrifying. Alright, got another room here. Good lord. More scans. And some more pirates. Interesting. We got more Metroids to deal with, it looks like. Scan some of these real quick. Studies indicate decreased aggression between elite pirates and irradiated Metroids. Science team believes the infusion of phazon in these units may be forming a type of symbiosis between them. Further studies are underway. Fungal invigoration fluid processing levels normal. Infusion of phazon into local fungi is proceeding. This program has produced a cheap, viable ration for many of our phazon-enhanced units on Talon 4. A mass production program has been authorized. Suspension of synthetic Metroid rations has been ordered. Synthetic Metroid rations to be replaced by live bioenergy sources on 12.025.1. Warning, force field disengaged. Metroid containment area will be breached. Uh-oh. Did I do that? Security now accepting volunteers for hunting parties. The target is Bioform Samus Aran, known as the Hunter. See, I may have just screwed over these pirates. No big deal, though. Oh, I may have also just screwed over myself. Freeze the Metroid, missile it. Pretty simple. So actually, I'm not that screwed. Alright, that was easy. No issues here. We head down. We can scan this here. Science team reminds all personnel to refrain from antagonizing Metroids. Severe penalties will be enforced for all violations of this order. Well, yeah, I imagine the bioweapon that can literally drain your life away is not the best thing to mess with. Synthetic Metroid ration mix processing in progress. Blow these up as well. Another power bomb from that. Nice. Alright, and then this room is a little bit annoying sometimes. Size increase of 400% indicated in fungal unit. Get rid of this Metroid here. There we go. And usually, if you didn't backtrack in the last episode a bunch like I did, this is where it'll tell you to find the X-ray visor. Thankfully, I backtracked in the last episode, so I can get across this gap without any okay. So, of course, as soon as I say that, I fall down directly into the pit. I am so good at video games, you guys. It astounds even me sometimes. Alright, anyways, we've made it across. There are more Metroids. Easy to deal with, thankfully. Don't touch the phazon like I'm doing actively while telling you not to touch the phazon. I am wise beyond measure sometimes, I think. Good lord. Alright, so there is a little bit we can do in here still, though. We got this invisible platform here that we can access, and we jump right on over here and fall down to our demise because there's Phazon directly below it, and I'm stupid. Okay, let's try that again. Wait for it to go a little bit closer this time, probably. But if we do switch back to our combat visor, you can see that rock's a little bit see-through there, isn't it? Switch to our Morph Ball mode. Pop out a Power Bomb. And you'll actually need 2 Power Bombs for this. Like so. We can go up here. Use our Spider Ball to make our way across. And then switch back to the X-ray visor. Wait for this platform to come back down. Jump up. And right on up here, we have another missile expansion. And then, I think, yeah, we don't need to worry about those invisible platforms. We can just cheese our way across like I just did. Go up the spider ball rack. And into this room here. These are not a new enemy. These are normal burrowers. Alright. Don't want to worry about that yet. Let's open this door and scan the elevator so we can head on down. Okay, give me one moment. I have to let my dog out again. All right. Head through here. This room is another one that kind of infuriates me. Well, actually, not so much this room as it is the room that directly follows it. Let's get rid of that space pirate real quick. There is an item we can grab under here. It will damage us quite a bit, but this one's very easy to grab, so we're just going to do it. Another missile expansion. Jump back up. Get out of the Phazon. And we can go into this room. We have another Hunter Metroid in here. Hunter Metroids are the same as normal Metroids. Ice Beam, kill. This room is probably my least favorite room in the entire game. I know I said that about the geothermal core in Magmore Caverns, but this is actually it. This room infuriates me beyond belief. Mainly because if you fall from that grapple point at the end there, you have to go all the way back at the room. And it is actually kind of... Ow! What hit me? Ow. Where did you come from? Rude. Anyways, now that we have those Metroids handled, let's go back to the other side here. And we can platform across the room. It is mostly fine until you get to that point, although the Hunter Metroids can be annoying, especially since they can also grapple. But we're mostly worried about this thing here. Okay. That was actually pretty well for the first time going through the room. Anyways, let's bomb this wall open. Never mind, that's Bendesium. Because of course it is. And there is an item in this room. But we're not going to worry about it just yet because we cannot survive in Phazon for very long. said item is down there, and the puzzle is specifically constructed in a way where it is impossible for us to solve it just yet. So we're just gonna keep moving on. Got more Metroids in here. Let's make quick work of them. Ah, this is another annoying room. Very similar to the one we were just in. Mushroom platforming and grappling. Kill that Metroid there. And this one here. If I can hit it. Hello? Stand still. Thank you. Grab that missile there. Grapple onto this. Jump across to this side here. And in this room, we have ourselves a save room. Very nice. Let's refill our health. And we got our energy replenished. Oh, nope, it's a missile room. Never mind, I'm stupid. Wow. Thanks, game. You got my hopes up. Oops. That was a mistake, and now I'm dying to Phazon. There are a few non-Phazon platforms here, but being close to it even is sometimes enough to get hurt by it. Okay, let's try this again. Swing across like so. Land on the mushroom. Do not fall. And I hear an item. Of course I do. Why wouldn't I? Where is it? Where is this item? I don't remember there being one in this room. Where the hell is it? Oh boy. It might be up top, actually. That mushroom there in particular looks like it would be the prime place for an item to be hiding. Alright, this is Fungal Hall B. I don't remember where it is. Oh. I would not have remembered that. My mind is a very weird thing. You can place a normal bomb there, grab a missile. Okay, got 235 missiles now. Getting very high on our missile count overall. Oh, I thought for sure we'd be able to just jump back onto that mushroom directly. No dice, unfortunately. Okay, we're going to have to wait for this thing. Almost fell off there. That would not have been good. And we can head into this room. We got some invisible bombers now. Thankfully, they are vulnerable to the same thing that the visible ones are. The invisible enemies in this game are not anything unique beyond the fact they're invisible. There was the aforementioned inaccessible scan for the invisible drone, but I don't think the invisible Bamus have anything like that. Alright. Got some more plasma troopers here. I think this is the room where you're usually intended to first encounter them, but the elevator in Magmore does give you a little bit of a sneak peek to them. Get rid of these guys. Thankfully, the plasma beam is very strong, so These guys are very easy to make quick work of. There. And then we can use our morph ball to climb on up there. And hit my microphone in the process. I don't know why I said that like a minute after I did it, but... Oh, and I bumped into a wall. My bad. Come on. There we go. No invisible platform, I'm just stupid. That's all. Nothing down here. Okay, yeah. We just grapple across. Or not. I can just fall into the pit, too. That works. Alright. There we go. Land on this platform here. Very nice. And we can disable the shield there. Get rid of him. And I hear an item. I'm fairly certain we are down to like our last... We're down to the single digits in terms of non-artifact items we can find at this point. I know we for sure only have the one energy tank left. And I'm 100% certain that all of them are in the Phazon mines now. Alright. Let's get some items from those. This here. I believe we can destroy this. Cordite. Awesome. That is a super missile job. We blow that open. Get another missile tank. Alright, that's 240 missiles now. Omega Pirate Absorption System test results are in. Field tests indicate that the system is very effective against beam weaponry. We are alarmed at the field's inability to handle missile attacks. However, science team is working around the clock to correct this critical design flaw. The Omega Pirate cannot afford such a weakness in battle. New pirate data entry. Space Pirate decrypted data has decoded. 11.369.4. As we continue to observe the development of Project Helix's elite pirates, it becomes increasingly obvious that these warriors will usher in a new area of space pirate dominance. They are incredibly resistant to damage, and their ability to transport and wield so many weapons at once makes them the ideal mainstays of our ground forces. Though they are not as quick as typical pirates, it makes little difference. With a platoon of elite pirates in the vanguard of an army of normal and flying pirates, we will have a near indestructible backbone that should turn the tide in any engagement. Data suggests that Omega Pirate lifespans are critically low. High levels of Phazon exposure are causing rapid cell degeneration in all test subjects. No subject lived longer than 2 decacycles in our simulations. Their lifespans must be increased to be cost-effective. Alright. And then we have a small room over here. Let's open this up. And this is a save room. Awesome. Alright. Let's head back upstairs now. Phazon processing efficiency at maximum. Production at 187% and rising. Health alert. Phazon radiation warning is still in effect. Do not enter a Phazon processing area without level 8 radiation gear. Prolonged exposure is 100% fatal. Good to know. Let's go in here. Got some more plasma pirates. Not a big deal, though. Very easy to kill. We can blow this wall open. Frigidite. Security gate bypass units encased in Frigidite shell. Let's open that up, and there we go. Now we can go into this room here. Oh boy. This is something. Platform active. And this here... This is a creature. Morphology Omega Pirate. Most powerful of the elite pirate forces. Omega Pirate can become invisible to normal sight. It is vulnerable when cloaked, as all energy is drawn from defense systems. By exposing itself to Phazon, it can regenerate damaged tissue and organs. Considered the pinnacle of the elite pirate program, this enemy should be handled with extreme caution and maximum firepower. Alright, let's get to it. Alright, this is, as mentioned, the Omega Pirate. It is a very, very powerful space pirate that is very dangerous to us, and it eats Phazon, which is crazy. Our goal is to destroy each of its little armor pads here. You cannot do so while it's absorbing. It's like a elite pirate in many respects. We got one left. I don't believe it is possible to destroy the cannons. Oh, yes, it is. And we have to switch to our X-ray vision because it's only visible with it at this point. Where is it gonna respawn at? It's not the thermal visor. Ah, here we are. So, if you hit it a few times while it's in X-ray mode... Okay, I've got to get rid of these bozos. The elite pirate... Not elite pirate. The beam pirates it spawns in are a good way to get more energy back during this fight, I guess. I believe if we switch to the thermal visor, no, we cannot focus just on its guns. I think we can destroy its guns, though, but it would be a little bit difficult. So best bet with the Omega Pirate, just focus on its armor. The guns take too long to destroy. Just the shoulder armor here left. Don't step in the Phazon. Bah! There we go. We can actually hit the cannon a little bit while he's down like this. And switch to X-ray mode. Get rid of at least one of these bozos. Okay, we'll switch back to our X-ray visor now. There he is. Hit him while he's in the Phazon, as usual. And get rid of these beam pirates. Ah, shit. I wasn't paying attention. I actually do want to know if it's possible to destroy his cannon. because I don't think I've ever actually done it before, and I never thought to try it before now. Evidently, it's not possible to lock onto him, though. Come on, dude. Rah. This guy is tough to deal with, though. Oh, yes, got one of his cannons. So we can, in fact, destroy them. I'm not going to get both of them, though. There's no reason to do that. Okay. Just one piece of armor left on him. Might as well damage it while he's down, though. Alright, here he goes. Got 2 wave troopers and 1 ice trooper. Uh-oh. Come on. Hold on, I gotta switch back. Where'd he go? Oh. There'd he go. Okay. No more messing around, because the beam pirates are honestly not the biggest threat with the Omega Pirate. Just focus on him and his X-ray face. That was a big frame spike there. What the hell? I'm on Switch 2 as well. I don't know why that happened. Oh yeah. I forgot it said he was vulnerable to missiles. Take advantage of that. Even when he's doing his absorption thing, he can be hit by missiles. Unless it hits somewhere that he can't be hit by missiles. Alright, switch to X-ray. Wait for him to go somewhere. And just avoid the normal beam pirates. We're not worried about them. Now, where is he spawning? There he is. Oh, that just so happened to be a plasma trooper when I hit him. I did not realize. Let's get these guys out of the way now that he's not in X-ray form anymore. Last one is also a plasma or wave trooper. Ow. See if we can't destroy that other cannon. Why not? Hell yeah. Okay, he's still doing the absorption thing, but he doesn't have any reason to now other than just shot deflection. I'm going to get this shoulder pad first because this is the most annoying one to try and hit. There. And this should be our last go at him. Ow. Avoid the space pirates, the normies. Because they don't matter. Where's he spawning at? Let's find out. There he is. I think he can still appear at one more spot. There we go, got him. Omega Pirate down. And Samus as well, apparently. Look at that. We have acquired the Phazon suit. Your suit has been infused with pure Phazon. That's corruption and prevents damage from Phazon radiation. Awesome. Well, that means we can walk through Phazon now without any issues whatsoever. That is great. And I'm trying to grab this. Okay, there we go. All right. And with that, there's still an item that we can go back and grab in the Phazon mining tunnel, and we'll go ahead and start things off with that in the next episode. Bye-bye.